So we're gonna be reacting to a city that's being not developed, right? Because like it's just been in the thoughts, and one of the governors has kind of sided with this idea of building a blockchain based city. If you are familiar with Bitcoin or like any of those crypto coins, that's something that's pretty revolutionary in my opinion, because now they're getting into the talks of trying to build a city. It's a video from Emerging Tech, so hopefully that gave you a gist of what this video is about.
Blockchain City. By now, you would have heard about blockchain and how the technology is rapidly changing our world. In the nearest or far future, there's a high chance that blockchain will delve deeper into the world's economy, as is already being seen with cryptocurrencies.
Oops.
Jeffery Berns, a lawyer, cryptocurrency millionaire, and CEO of BlockChain's LLC, is leading the way into the future of blockchain technology based on Bitcoin. Before joining the blockchain community, he spent most of his professional life on class action lawsuits, many of which were against financial companies. He was introduced to Bitcoin in 2012, though the cryptocurrency he later settled for was Ethereum. In 2015, he bought Ether, a digital token associated with Ethereum. It was through that version of cryptocurrency that he made
Yo, I just want to put this out there. This is not financial advice at all. Feel free to use and interpret this however you want to. We're just spreading the awareness of what's going on, because a lot of these things are pretty revolutionary, and even if it's just a thought, the thought of even throwing it out there to the world, man, you get someone like Elon Musk to work on this, you never know.
Millions and became wealthy. In 2018, he bought a large plot of land in the Nevada desert for a reported $170 million. That land is bigger than Reno, a nearby city in the northwest section of Nevada. Jeffrey's vision for the land is to build a city that will...
He's acquired land in the middle of Timbuktu, bigger than the size of Reno, the guy said. Pretty crazy if you really think about it. Right, a lot of people watching the stream might not really realize how big Reno is. I don't know how big Reno is, but like it's a whole city.
...be operated on blockchain technology. He described the city as more of a series of projects to highlight the public blockchain's power. The millionaire CEO imagines the experimental community will spread over nearly 100 square miles. Schools, commercial districts, houses, and production studios will be built on the land for the use of its future community. Ethereum will be the cryptocurrency of the city. Every resident and employee will have their Ethereum address, through which they will be able to vote on local measures and store their personal data.
So with the light crypto stuff that I've been tapping into and just kind of familiarizing myself with, there are those things where I guess like you could vote for changes and whatnot, but just to have those type of measures in a city and vote with your digital wallet to move forward with certain things, that's, dude.
Mr. Jeffrey believes Ethereum will give people a way to control their identity and online data without any government or companies involved. As said earlier, the community's driving force will be the blockchain, a popular database that was originally introduced by Bitcoin. If we go back a bit through memory lane, you will recall that blockchain started as a digital ledger on which Bitcoin transactions were recorded. Over time.
So from my understanding, a lot of that crypto stuff is trackable, right? You can trace from the very start of the account on what those transactions went through. Now, don't, do your own research and make sure that that's right. But from my understanding, that's kind of how that works. So
people started thinking about how blockchain can even be used more to benefit members of society. Those enthusiastic people started thinking of making blockchain the new way of taking power back from the different governmental and private institutions that have been calling all the shots in the society. For example, the creation of Bitcoin removed the need for a bank before one can transfer money. That development enabled people to control their own financial data without any interference from any bank. The lawyer and blockchain enthusiast seem to have chosen Nevada for the Blockchain City project due to its tax benefits, including the lack of income taxes. He is sure
it's a pretty big deal. He chose Nevada as a place to avoid those kind of things, right? There's perks to living in Nevada, so he analyzed it, right, in a way that was logical for him to purchase land here. In the amount of what he purchased was like huge city of just nothing right now, but the dream is to make it of something. 2022, just even starting that project, that's like a year away. What is it? Dude, that's next year.
One of those that believe our society should be operated on blockchain technology. That's why he wants to lead the way by building the city of blockchain. In fact, he is quite different from many of his counterparts in the cryptocurrency community. Unlike many others, he has been spending the money he made from the crypto business. As of 2018, he has spent more than $300 million on the land, planning, offices, and 70 people.
So the thing, when I heard about this, the thing that makes this more like realistic to me and why it seems more plausible is because there's a risk involved of the owner himself, right? He's invested a lot of his own money to develop a place that, or even just to even think about developing a place. So he's risked a lot of his own. And that's why, in my opinion, I think there's more weight to this. When you start investing a lot of your own money into things, you become more invested rather than like those digital projects out there, which you guys really should be careful and do your due diligence on what you're putting your money to, right? Not financial advice, do whatever. But at the same time, it's just spreading that awareness.
Serving as staff of the project. For those of you that may already be thinking that Mr. Jeffery just wants to build the blockchain city in Nevada for his own benefit and further fatten his account, well, you are quite wrong. He has revealed that his ambition is not to be a real estate magnate or even to get richer. He made this intention known by promising that if the building of the city continues to progress and becomes a success as he is envisioning, he will give away all decision-making power for the project and 90% of any dividends it generates to a corporate structure that will be held by residents, employees, and future investors. He called that structure a Distributed Collaborative Entity, DCE. This DCE structure is a new business model with assets worth over $300 million and zero debt. The asset will ultimately be distributed among the relevant stakeholder groups who have ownership and control of the blockchain. The DCE ensures that the people's voting powers and ownership rights are recorded in a digital wallet. Though such a big vision may look outrageous at this moment, Mr. Jeffery is not allowing that to discourage him. He said, "I don't know why. Something inside me tells me this is the answer. That if we can get enough people to trust the blockchain, we can begin to change all the systems we operate by." While still touring the site in 2018, Mr. Jeffery revealed some plans.
Yo, if that's the lot land, or if that's a little city in itself, that's nuts, okay? Of course, they try and make this stuff look as futuristic as possible, right? Like, what is this? What is this piece of flan right here, dude? Like, I don't understand that, but hey, look, there's things that are probably being developed just by the look of it. When you really look hard enough, it looks plausible. Could operate off some kind of crypto coin. That's crazy.
That were already in place for the planned city. He said the mountains on the southern section of the site would be where they will build their high-tech park. The high-tech park will be a research campus that will cover hundreds of acres. He also revealed that there are plans for a college and e-gaming arena. Later, he said his company wouldn't begin construction work on the site until late 2019, after they would have put together the master plan and getting it approved by the county. Two key problems of crypto.
Dude, I'm actually getting goosebumps about it because it's just like the future. We're living the future. It's weird. I might do a series on this.
Currency that he planned to address fully are security and the lack of real-world laboratories. In his statement, this will either be the biggest thing ever or the most spectacular crash and burn in the history of mankind.
But here's the thing. When he says it's the most spectacular or it's the biggest, worst failure, crash and burn type of event, you won't ever know unless you take action. You got to assess the reward and then you got to assess the failure. Like, I don't think anyone with that amount of money would just go out and do something like this without planning. Like, you saw the map.
I don't know which one. I believe it's the former. But either way, it's going to be one hell of a ride. In November of 2018, Jeffery had a presentation concerning the project. He stated that one of the starting points will be building a 1,000-acre campus which will be dubbed BlockChain's Graphene Valley. He said it will be a high-tech, high-security park and R&D facility that will incubate 4 life-changing technologies together. Those being AI, nanotechnology, 3D printing, all using blockchain as their core. They will also incubate concepts dealing with clean water and energy and will be doing things that have never been done before.
The one thing that really intrigues me about this project when they spoke about water and all that stuff is like, we're in a desert. as dumb as that sounds, you're gonna have to find water somewhere.
The blockchain city's residential community will have houses, apartments, condos, markets, stores, schools.
This guy is basically saying it's just gonna be a city, right? The only thing that makes this crazy, in my opinion, is the fact that some person bought and invested a lot of land. They developed a city based on a currency that is in a digital platform that's traceable. Because at the end of the day, it's a city, right?
Seems Mr. Jeffery was not the only one excited about the blockchain project. Brian Sandoval, who was the governor of Nevada as of 2018, revealed his excitement for the project that same year. At an event, the then governor read a proclamation that named the blockchain's property Innovation Park. In attendance at the event was Mr. Jeffery himself and Elon Musk, the founder and CEO of SpaceX and Tesla. In a bid to actualize his dream, Mr. Jeffery announced a Memorandum of Understanding with NV Energy in October of 2018. The Memorandum of Understanding signed outlined their agreement to work together on energy projects powered by blockchain technology. The two companies' shared vision will pilot concepts that place the customer in control of energy creation, consumption, storage, and transactions.
Like big vision people in the chain in the realm of energy are getting involved, or at least becoming aware of this project.
After their agreement, Mr. Jeffery revealed that the goal of his collaboration with NV Energy is to create technology solutions that will produce customer-centric energy platforms that will be powered by the public blockchain. This is with the intent of integrating approved incubations into Nevada's energy framework. He further said that their collaborative efforts, which will definitely return the power and control transactions to the customer, are the very essence of blockchain technology. For those of you that may not know,
from my understanding and how I would break this down is everyone will have a decision to make in regards to the change, right? Because power to the people, apparently.
Energy is a power holding company that provides a wide...
Because I feel like we do that already as people who vote on like policies and stuff, even in the local level. So I don't know how much big difference that he's already saying. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something.
Range of energy services to more than 1.4 million customers throughout Nevada and more than 43 million tourists annually. If their collaboration with BlockChain LLC becomes successful, they would be able to serve their customers much more.
Another thing to add on that is the tourism is definitely going to go up. Like, if it's the first blockchain city in the world, I would assume that's going to bring a lot of visitors.
As of September 2020, a lot of work has been done on the Blockchain City project. For example, in June 2019, BlockChains LLC acquired Slock.it, a leading and innovative blockchain company which focused on connecting real-world devices to the...
They're already saying they're developing it, right? So in the back end of things, it looks like a lot of the links are starting to chain together. On the back end, it's kind of like setting up a website. What I'm saying is, before you show things, there has to be a back end process before you start delivering the front end.
Chain network. The aim of the acquisition is to improve the technical capabilities of blockchains and accelerate the development of its digital asset custody and digital identity solutions. It will also contribute greatly to other areas of the project. They also aim to further develop and expand Slock.it's existing products, such as Incubed, which connects Internet of Things devices to the Ethereum blockchain. Being a man who is determined to succeed, in July of 2019, Jeffery took a step further to actualizing his dreaming by purchasing a small community bank in Las Vegas, Nevada to secure financing. Jeffery said his purchase of Kirkwood Bank in Nevada is a small but critical step in helping the nascent company achieve its wildly ambitious goals. In March of 2020, there was an update from the blockchain's company. The update, which was posted on their blog, stated that their plan for the smart blockchain city is facing some challenges, but they believe everything will be in order by 2022 instead of the 2021 they previously announced. They claim they are presently developing...
If this needs to get pushed out for a little bit, it's understandable to me, right? Like, there's definitely a drawback.
Blockchain core technology platform for Web 3.0, which will focus on digital asset custody and digital identity management. They are also building a software development kit with multiple tools that will allow third-party developers to create applications to broaden the platform. They will now increase their focus on land development at their site in northern Nevada. They have also reassessed their staff and had to reduce the number after careful evaluation. Sincerely, this is a big dream. If Jeffrey and his team are successful as we are hoping, they will go down in history as one of those that have contributed greatly to our generation and many to come. So what do you make of the blockchain city?
Let me know. What do you guys think? This is a video that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I'm so glad that I was able to do it today. It's really close to home, not gonna lie. Like, that's pretty nuts to me. And it's revolutionary, right? Like, he's about to make a city on digital currency. It's crazy.